What up? Welcome back to Tuesday Tips, and today we're going to be going over some tips and tricks how to make your footage look more cinematic and just freaking sweet looking. Hey guys, welcome. Yes, I'm sick, so it's going to be a little hard to understand me. If there's any questions, throw them down in the comments. But the first thing I want to talk about is vignettes. Vignettes, I feel, are your secret weapon in the film industry. I'll show you right now what a vignette is if you're kind of confused. See how it disappeared? It was that circle, inverted circle of a salad, I guess you would call it. I just made it more confusing. But it adds a little bit of darkness around the edge of it to focus into where you want to look. So, we'll snap that back on because, ew, that looks disgusting. We don't want that. But the point of a vignette is not to tunnel vision people. I see this all the time where they're like, I'm going to add a vignette, obviously. They're following the thing. It looks awesome. But then they make it extremely dark around here and just a little bit of feathered in here. And if you're doing that, then you have to have a reason for doing that. Don't go nuts. So if there's like a creature walking through the woods and you want to kind of give it that tunnel vision look, then do it that way. But a vignette, you should not know. I'll show you a scene from Stranger Things right now. And you're going to notice it took me a while to even find this vignette. But I'll kind of outline it right now. And you're going to see that the vignette is so light that you only subconsciously go to the middle. You barely know it's there. That's how you want to use a vignette. Okay, so the next one's a little bit of a hate on it, but love it. And that is letterbox, or if you would like to call it widescreen. I'll show that right now. Whew. That's what I'm talking about. Now get out of here. Now listen, I love this. I really do. It's kind of that mixture that if you are going to use it, try to space it out. Like I bring this guy up a lot because I think he uses it very well, but I'm going to bring two in. We got Peter McKinney and Travel Feels, I think his name is. God, I subscribed to him a while ago. I still can't say his name. But pretty much, they use it only on their B-roll. They don't use it while they're vlogging. They don't use it on most of their shots, only when they're showing B-roll to give it that super cinematic, crisp look. And it's just because it's that sharp black edge you get there that just makes everything look sharp. It takes your eyes away from everything that doesn't mean shit to you and brings you right to that good shit. But the reason I kind of hate this is, you ever watch a short film on YouTube and see widescreen and you're instantly turned off from it because you're already watching it on a small mobile device and now it's cutting off even more. So it's a hit or miss with me. It will make your footage look more cinematic, but kind of space it out. You know, do some videos with it and then do some without it. Or if you're going to do like a B-roll McKinney type style, you know, rock with that. Now that we're talking about B-roll, I think this is extremely, people don't realize how important this is. I'm not going to lie, I never give myself enough time to shoot B-roll. I never give myself enough daylight to do what I have to do with B-roll. B-roll is the most important thing in short films. I'm not gonna lie, when it comes to travel vlogs, I mean, you guys all are 100% B-roll when it comes to any type of vlog. Like, that is, like, important. If you don't know what B-roll is, let me jump in there. I kind of jumped right at it. B-roll is, like, secondary shot to the main shot. Confused yet? Good. Pretty much, if I'm talking about, we'll do this, I'm talking about B-roll, and as I'm talking about, to prove my point and better explain it, I want to show you a visual. That's B-roll. But I think people forget about B-roll in short films. And that comes to setting. That means if someone's walking through a scary forest, you know, I don't know, a creepy ass sawmill or some trees or that weird animal or something, and just really make them feel that environment. And I feel that's extremely important. That's why B-roll made the list, is because B-roll is something I feel you need if you truly want to capture a viewer and make them think like it, well, not think, but feel what you're trying to show. Alright guys, don't get scared when I say this one. Color correcting and color grading. It is very important. We know it. It's the color correcting is, we want to make this look real. That's why it's important. It's to bring the life back that the camera can't capture. Color grading is the emotion, the feeling you're getting. And I won't lie, it's kind of the cinematic whole entire part of it. So it scares people. It scared me when I first started. It's not as hard as it looks. It's definitely worth jumping onto. I'm gonna say something, but I would rather you learn how to color correct and grade. But I will say this: if you set your camera settings to the proper color science to what you're capturing, and you can save a lot of that color correcting, then you could just start with color grading and just adding emotion to it. The reason I would rather have you color correct it is only because you're going to be able to extend that color grading possibility a lot more. Things aren't baked into the image. Once they're baked into the image, it's just a kick right in the jawline. But it is something I feel if you want to truly get that cinematic thing, you start looking into. It's not as scary as it looks. I'm not gonna lie, guys, I'm starting to lose light, but you're just bear with me. I'm gonna turn off my color correction, my grading, my neat video, my vignette, everything for a second. That wasn't even a good snap, but you kind of see. Doesn't look good. It looks disgusting. I'm getting nauseous. Now we're gonna turn it back on. That snap actually works, so. You can see it does an extreme amount. The next thing we're jumping on to, though, is the thing I'm breaking right now. I'm breaking it right on camera for you guys. Maybe I'm doing it as a point. No, I'm not. Lighting. Lighting is so important. My lights suck in here, but I live on a valley and I have windows all around me right now. Too bad I live in a valley, like I just said, because that sun will go right over that hill, and it's over for me. But lighting's extremely good. Check your camera right now on the ISO. The lowest possible ISO it has is the best the camera shoots at. So if you're pulling it up, which by the way, rule of thumb, mine's is don't go over 600 ISO. Yours is don't go over 800 maybe. Seriously, don't go over it. It looks disgusting. You don't want to do it. So lighting's good because if you can get that camera at 200 ISO, you're getting a perfect shot every time. I did it, guys. I just turned up my ISO. Now you can kind of see why you need good lighting. Now the next thing I'm going to jump directly into is going to be a noise reducer. Sometimes you can't control when you have to do it. You're going to be shooting in natural light. You're going to be shooting B-roll. It's going to agitate you. You're going to have noise possibly on this wall. I don't know if you're going to see it. I probably won't even turn it on. Pretty much I have a program called Neat Video, the best in my opinion when it comes to noise reduction. You get so many tools inside that program. You do have to pay for it. There's a free version, but I believe it only does something, oh my god, what is it? Like 460 by 680. So pretty much it's useless. That's the resolution it'll capture. So you will have to pay for it for 1280. I think they just updated it to 1920 by 1080 is like $70. Don't quote me on that. If you do have programs that allow you to do it inside there, I encourage you to do it. It's very difficult, in my opinion, to try to denoise your own footage, only because Neat Video, you can grab a section, analyze it. You don't have to worry about the scales or anything. It does it for you, and then you just adjust the noise levels, the luminance, and all that. So if you don't have it, use your After Effects. Learn how to denoise your footage. 100% worth it. Definitely, the higher you get in that ISO range, the more you're gonna have to denoise it. It's a must. It will make your footage look 1,000 times better. So hop on it. I just spit at the camera. I'm sorry. Okay, so we just went over, I have a list here, but we just went over vignettes, letterbox, B-roll, color correct and color grade, noise reduction, and lighting. We hit all those sections already. The next thing I want to hit, and it's not really how the footage looks, but how the footage sounds. Which is sound. That's what I'm getting to. That was an overcomplicated way of doing it. And when I mean sound, I know a lot of people don't have expensive mics. I have a third-party mic myself. So if you're doing B-roll and stuff, instead of trying to add natural sounds, maybe just mute the footage if it's B-roll. Add that sexy background music over it that it adds the emotion to the shot. You don't have to worry about the stream flowing and catching that perfect sound on the stream flowing. And it looks awesome. Another thing is just to go online and download sound effects. So if a guy's walking on metal floors and that's like, you want to make that heard, that is very important to make that heard, go online, download the sounds to make it. It's going to be 100% worth it if your viewer can hear everything, experience everything, and it's going to make them want to watch the entire film. Ripping through sections, so I might as well drop this one. Manual focus, extremely important. Unless the scene 100% relies on the autofocus like a moving object or something, really get that manual focus going. It's the only way your camera is going to get the sharpest possible shot ever. A tip and trick for the manual focus is, on the back of your camera, you're going to see a magnifying glass. Before you click record, click the magnifying glass. I think it's 3 times max, but whatever, it might be different, whatever camera you're doing. Zoom in to that image, then manual focus, then record. It'll go back to normal, whatever angle, whatever wideness shot you had, close, zoom in, whatever you want to call it. And that's a good way to get that 100% crystal clear focus. Alright, so those were my tips and tricks. If you guys seen any in the video that you would want to see a more in-depth version of it and better explained, then leave down in the comments. I'll make sure I go over it, or anything that wasn't in the video that you wanted me to talk about. Like always, choke the shit out of the subscribe button. It means a lot when you do that. Like the video up, and until that was a fail. Until next time, guys, peace!